Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
A reader is unimpressed by the idea of so many new Assassin's Creed games but fears that yearly sequels are going to become commonplace again. It always seems fashionable to be down on Assassin's Creed. I'm not going to say it's my favorite ever series, or cutting-edge gaming, but I've enjoyed most of the ones I've played and always consider a new one when it comes out. My main consideration is the reviews and whether I've played one recently, because they're long games and you don't want to be playing the same basic thing twice in a row. I already heard the rumor that there's 9 new games in development but didn't pay much attention to it because it is, after all, just a rumor. Then on Thursday there was this blog from the boss of Ubisoft that said there was more than one remake underway. So, okay, that's Shadows, Hex, 2 remakes, and I think some mobile games, already confirmed, so maybe that 9 games rumor was more believable than I thought. Maybe it was even an underestimate. I almost feel like it doesn't need saying, but 9 games in a franchise in which all the games are basically the same, except for the setting, and the split between those that are old school and modern roleplayers, is ridiculous overkill. The blog says, the goal is to have Assassin's Creed games come out more regularly, but not for it to be the same experience every year. So they do want something every year, but they don't want it to be the same thing. A nice thought, kind of, but somehow I don't imagine the differences between each one are going to be that big. It's not like one is going to be a flight sim and the other a dating game. It's obvious this is all part of the same madness that has overtaken every non-Japanese publisher since the beginning of the year, with the layoffs, the sudden pivot to live service games, and going multi-format. With Ubisoft though, they've kind of done all that already. They've been trying for years to get a hit live service game, but all they've ever had is Rainbow Six Siege. So I think they realize now that that's not the answer. I'm sure Sony will cotton on in a few years, and so they're going with the only other option they have, double down on what they know works. But surely they also realize that if you double, or triple, your output, then people are going to get tired of it twice, or 3 times, as quickly. If a new Assassin's Creed came out every 3 years, I'd probably get them all. If it came out every year, I'd probably get so sick of hearing about it I wouldn't get any of them, and I don't think that's me being weird. Having too much of a good thing is a very common problem. Games Inbox. Is Shadow of the Erdtree worth playing? Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag Remake, and at least one more on the way from Ubisoft. Why I'm sticking with my PS4 and will never buy a PS5, Readers feature. Video games peaked with the Xbox 360 era, and it's all been downhill since then. We don't need a return to yearly sequels, and yet I get the feeling that Ubisoft aren't the only ones that are going to be thinking along these lines. Variety is the spice of life, and if every year is just the same 6 big budget games time and time again, things are going to get very stale very quickly. By Reader Tackle. The Readers features do not necessarily represent the views of Game Central or US News. You can submit your own 500 to 600 word reader feature at any time, which if used will be published in the next appropriate weekend slot. Just contact us at gamecentral@metro.co.uk or use our Submit Stuff page and you won't need to send an email. More, Assassin's Creed Shadows splits fans as trailer tops 260,000 dislikes. More, Assassin's Creed Nexus VR review, historical reality. More, Assassin's Creed Shadows reveal trailer proves all the rumors were true. Sign up to all the exclusive gaming content, latest releases before they're seen on the site.